Oh, I don't know. I think, you guys have been around this league as long as I have. I don't think that, it's all one game and you better play it all. Down the stretch, played like crazy first half, played like crazy late, and, Western Illinois credit. I mean, he came back and played well. The defense played well, and they were able to run the football on us, which they hadn't been able to do. And, when you can do that, then you can do a lot of things. And we couldn't run in the second half early on, and so then you got issues. It's you try to explain to them what it's going to be like, and we won the football game, so it's a lesson to learn from winning.
You talk about, we've asked you about the start in the past when you haven't started well, but tonight couldn't have scripted it any better. I think 6 possessions first half.
We just needed to finish better tonight. See, there you go. So
that was my next question.
You start fast or finish fast or do whatever, you better play the whole game, and that's the reality of it.
But what about the start? I mean, 6 possessions first half, 31 points.
It's great.
Team they really responded after tough loss.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to kind of put that behind them. What do you think that says about the guys?
Well, I mean, I've said it before. I think we have a solid football team. We don't have a veteran team. We don't have 20 starters back or any of that. But I think we've got a solid football team. But we have to play the best we can possibly play all the time, and that gives us a chance. It gives us a chance. Then you have to make some plays and got to get a turnover and not turn the ball over and do all that stuff. But that was a standard Missouri Valley game. I mean, it's going to go from beginning to end. I don't care how it starts or how it finishes. It's just going to.
Coach, is it important that they saw that they could come back from a loss like they had last week and play well?
Well, I think so. I think it really bothered them. I mean, it bothered everyone in this building. But again, in this conference, they're good teams. All this, Missouri State's not a bad football team. We're crazy to think that that there's not good football teams in this conference every single week. I don't care what the records are. I don't care where they played, how many times you beat them, how many times they beat you. You better play every Saturday. And I know I say that, but it's so true anymore. It's just the way it is. You have to play every minute of every game every day. At practice and everything else. And that just gives you a chance. That's all that gives you. And then you got to go play.
Big play by Lenny Wicks to goal line there.
Huge play. Huge play. Turnover. I mean, the turnovers and just, and then again, we're able to get them, in a couple of situations later on. We got them in some passing downs and we were able to do some things we thought we could have success with. But up until that in the third quarter, we couldn't stop the run, so it was just a guess. Huge play. Huge play. Anytime you get a turnover, it's huge.
John, what do you tell a team when you're up 31-0? I know the coaching is that they're going to come back.
You try to explain to them what's going to happen, and you talk to your blue in the face, and you hope they're listening. And again, with young-minded, we're relatively young-minded. Veterans go out probably and finish that game, a fully veteran team. Younger guys, everything's going to be, we're going to have to get everything under control. And again, you're going to give Western credit. They came out of the gate.
Is it discouraging that you haven't been able to put together a full 60 minutes?
I mean, you want to do that for sure. Am I discouraged by it? No, I just think that there's a lot of football for this team to get better at. And that's what I tend to look at it as. I think there's some good things that we're doing, and on offense and defense. But we've got to get consistent, and we've got some time to rest up here, heal up, and work on some consistency, pick out the things that we know we can do and the things we know we can't do. Get rid of the things we can't do and continue to get better at the things we can do. And then you go deal with what happens, and you just go play the best you can play. We've had some change. We lost Tyler Figueroa, did not play tonight, and so now you get a new center in there, and it's just different. But we've got a chance this week. We're going to have to sort out what we are, who we are, where we're going to go, and then we're going to have to get really good at it.
Do you feel that we let down in the third quarter, or did they just play much
Probably
better?
both, Pete. I mean, we're up 31-0, and you think again, hey, that was we don't, when you're a little bit young-minded, you don't realize how hard. I mean, we played hard. We were playing hard, and then some things were going our way. Well, in a football game, it's not always going to go your way. I mean, it's just not. So, did we want to let down? No. I mean, I don't believe our kids ever do that. But do you get that deep breath, and then all of a sudden they got a first down? I mean, there must have been a zillion penalties. I mean, just a zillion penalties, which is just drives you crazy. And some of them, I don't know. We just have to look at them and get them fixed. I just don't. Some of them I don't understand. But I didn't see them, so I can't even comment. But I mean, we had a zillion penalties at least.
Coach, you held Sonitis to only 2 receptions going into the game. You said he was the key from a
He
defense.
was, and I think too, in fairness, I mean, Matt Barr not playing was there's a veteran. You took their veteran out of the game, and it's I thought the young kid did a good job. I think he's I watched him last week, and he is a competitor, and he's tough, and you got to give him some credit. And then they were able to grind us out a little bit. We started playing high in the second half on their defensive front. And they picked up a couple things that we've had some success with in the second half. They made some good adjustments. And so it'll give us a chance to look at what we're doing there too. We'll learn some stuff on defense.
Coach, going back to the very first press conference, you said that the defense is inexperienced. They played happy during the spring game when the lead was a little bigger. Do you think we got a little bit of that tonight?
Sure.
Complacency?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, again, it's 31-0. And again, they're just, they want to go do good. They want to go out there and get them stopped. But then again, we had them a couple times, and they got some penalties and and then all of a sudden, it starts going, and we couldn't get it back for a little bit. But then we wired in there at the end. I mean, our guys were competing and playing. We settled down a little bit and just went with the fundamentals. And we were in a mode where we were trying to make plays, and we were not playing defense. That's a bad combination. You make plays on defense by playing defense, and then things happen. And we were not doing that. I mean, you could just watch. We were all out there trying to make the play without doing what you're supposed to do, and that's a bad combination to coach defense or play it.